Good morning, everybody. Saints man, small van driver. Feel a bit rough. It's Sunday, 20 past 8. Wife's birthday today. So we had the Saint voices are gone as well because the Saints played Bristol yesterday and we won. So great result. Yeah, wedding anniversary on Friday. Ooh, there it is, picture there. And wife's birthday today. So we're going out for a big lunch, fair few of us. So got to get myself looking a bit more decent than what I am. But let's get this going. Right, last week. Well, this week just gone. Bank holiday Monday, no work. It's just it just stops the rhythm if you're getting going 5 days a week. And next week I'm on a 4 day week as well because Friday we're going over to Ireland, driving over to Dublin, and we've got the Saints in the European semi-final against Leinster at the Aviva Stadium on Saturday. So we're coming back on Sunday, and the following week is a bank holiday. So the next 2 weeks are both 4 day weeks. So, and the last 2 weeks have been 4 day weeks because of Bank Holiday Monday and Good Friday. So 4 weeks on the trot, 4 day weeks. So it's not brilliant for making money, is April and May. But hey, so it all was pretty similar. Friday saved the day a little bit again, but fuel was 108, which is I think it's quite good at the moment. My other card was 110. Next week it's 19, both cards, so it's all pretty much levelled off. Tuesday we started. We didn't have anything booked in, and the first job we got was pick up at 9 o'clock, and I did a job from Osbarton down to Marlow. It was an airfield, and I was taking a part for a Learjet. And then I managed to get a job back from Slough to Northampton, which I was very happy with until it got cancelled. I drove from Marlow to Slough. I got right at the gate and it did clear customs. They informed the shipper it would clear customs and it never, and it was going to be another so many hours. So the cancelled job. So standard, it was a £30 cancellation fee. The job was only 55, something like that. But I did get a job from Kings Langley up to Aylesbury, so it wasn't too bad. It wasn't brilliant. It wasn't too bad, and I was done by 4:30 home. So I'm doing a lot less hours at the moment because there's just not the work for the long distance. Wednesday, I had a job. I did get a job booked in, and it was going to Birmingham, and it was picking up at 8:30. And it's the first time I've done something. And I took diplomatic cases to Birmingham Airport, well, just behind there, to a company that deals with it. I don't think I've ever done diplomatic stuff before. All sealed, 3 cases, quite heavy, going out to the Middle East. And then after that, I got a small job going from Birmingham. I was not far away. I was about 4 miles, going to just outside Coventry, Kersley. Is that right, Kersley? I think so. And it was to a construction site, and it was a pain in the arse because the contact I got, he didn't know. He thought he was at the gate I was at, and he wasn't. He was at another gate. He told me the gate number, which is where I was, and he got confused. For a small job of minimum charge, it took way too long, but that happens sometimes. We got it delivered in the end anyway. It was some small pieces for what they wanted, and then we managed to get another job from Birmingham again, and we went over to near Cambridge, Bar Hill, just off the A14. And that was it for the day. Again, it wasn't massive, but again, it was less than an 8 hour day. So 2 days, 8 hours, which is normal work for normal people. But for me, I normally do sort of 9, 10 hours, sometimes 12, depending where I'm going. But that was it. Drove back from Bar Hill, Cambridge. And then Thursday, I took a job down. I got a job. I quoted on a job that I didn't think I'd get, and I did. And it was from Northampton, and it was going down to E9 in London, which is not too bad. East London, you're sort of down by the Olympic Stadium, the old Olympic Stadium, around Stratford area. I don't mind that area of London. I do it. I've done it a fair few times, and I just delivered. It was to I delivered there before actually, and it was to a small industrial estate where I could actually park and wait because it's a real difficult places to park around there. And I could manage to park and sit there and wait, see if I can get a job. And there was a job. It was from E1, which is central London, literally just outside the congestion zone. Go to Corby. So great. I did quote low. I think the golden rule for London is you quote high to go down and you quote low to come back because you're not going to get back else. Because everyone who goes down is desperate to get out of London. That's it seems the unwritten rule. It shouldn't be, but it is. That's the way it is. But we did get to Corby and we got pretty decent day's money because we only did 7 hours whole day. So down to London, delivered. I waited around a little bit. And the job from E1 to E9, I was 3 miles. It took me nearly 40 minutes. So that's London for you. But we got it done. We got a job booked in for Friday, which was a small job, and it was from Wellingborough to Banbury, which was ideal. I got well paid, pence per mile. Friday, I had to get back. It was our wedding anniversary, so I didn't want to start early, and I had to get back, so we went out for a meal Friday, which was very nice. And so I kicked off, and it was I left the house at 8:15. I did that job. Then I did a job from Southam to Kidderminster, which was okay, really good job. Very small box that I picked up. And then I did another job. Then I picked a job up from Briley Hill, which is not that far from Kidderminster, and it went to Wellingborough. So I started in Wellingborough and I finished in Wellingborough. And I thought, well, if that's it, that's it. No dead miles. I'm not going to be earning mega bucks, but I'm going to be home really early. And that's what I wanted. And then the icing on the cake for that one was I'd done the Wellingborough one. Again, it was a jiffy bag. It sat, sat in the palm of my hand. So it was a very small item. And then the icing on the cake, I was coming down from Wellingborough to Northampton, and there was a Northampton to Northampton. Virtually my postcode going 2.5 miles. Put £30 on it. Got a phone call pretty much straight away because I was very close to it. The whole job took me 15 minutes. It literally was. It was an item for an engineer. He was in a shop, a big retail shop, and he needed this part. And it's just cheaper me going and get it and delivering it to him. So I was done by 4 o'clock. So again, another 8 hour day. So that was it. That was my week. Friday was the best day. I never hit my target or the whole week. I never hit 200 the whole week. But I didn't do as many miles. Whoop, I didn't drop the Bible then. My total miles was 875 for the week, which averages out at 220, just under 220 miles a day. So instead of whacking up 350, 400 miles, I've done 220 miles a day. My duty time was 31 hours, so just under 8 hours a day. A normal working day for normal people. Oh, just bring it up. My driving time was 23 hours, so I averaged just under 6 hours a day. So I was doing enough driving. And money 638 plus VAT 76560. Pay the VAT money is 10% on the flat rate like we normally do, and it comes out at 68904, which is 172.26 a day. So it's still nowhere near 200. My base is 150, where I'm making nothing. 175 is a really okay week for me. For a small van, for what I need to earn, 175 a day is fine. I'm £2.74 short a day, but I'm having a decent amount of social time. Like we've got the evenings. Every evening I'm done. I'm done. 4 o'clock, changed, and these light nights you've got some social time. So it's a better mix, better balance of work and social life, and that's what I'm aiming for. So my pence per mile was 80 pence per mile, which is okay. So it was a nice, easy week, really. It wasn't really nothing the furthest I went was London, and that was okay as well. I don't mind London. You just got to take your time. London now is turned into a 20-mile-an-hour zone everywhere. Do not, you know, don't go 25 to 30. You're going to get done. Stick to 20. Stick to 20. And you just potter around, and that's it. The only problem was when I went to London was they're setting up for the London Marathon. There's bloody barriers just dumped everywhere. That's what caused me more grief doing the 3 mile for 40 minutes. It was they dumped these bloody barriers ready to set up for the London Marathon, which is today. So anyway, so it's all good. I said I'm doing all local stuff, and then tomorrow I'm got an early start, picking up 7 o'clock, and I'm going to Scotland. So we're off to Airdrie tomorrow morning. So we are doing a long job. It's going to be a one job day. I'm going to probably stay up there unless something comes up, and then I'm looking for a job back Tuesday. So we'll see how that goes. Completely different, but it is a really well paid job. But I only do a certain rate to go to Scotland, and that's what I'm getting. So we're okay with that. Like I say, any questions you got, please send them. I'll try and answer them. I'm trying to put together a video that's interesting about how how much it is to start really on the CX, but and all the costings. So we'll see. But it's different for each person. It depends what van you want, what size van you want, how much you want to spend on a van, how much you want to work, what area you're in, what your expectations are, your cost, how much you need to earn to make a living. And at the moment, I think if you've got a big mortgage, you've got a family, you've got holidays, I really think it's going to be a struggle, whatever area you're in. I think you're going to struggle just working on the CX. Luckily, I've got a few customers. Yep, they only might be once a week, once a fortnight, but I've got good contacts with shippers, 4 or 5 shippers, who pay me a decent rate because they know I'm going to do a decent job or I attempt to do a decent job. But if you're starting and you haven't got any contacts like that or any customers, it's going to be really difficult, I believe, to start with. Just my belief. So, anyway, I've waffled on enough. Have a great weekend. Hope you make money if you're working next week. And yeah, I'll speak to you soon. Ta